Hello, everybody. Welcome to. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. I guess I'm going to call it Last Week Today with me, your host, Cody, aka Codemanblue. And we're just going to discuss some things that happened over the last week that I found interesting and hopefully you guys find interesting too. And it's just a little commentary back and forth between myself and you guys in the comments. If this does well, hopefully there'll be another episode and we can even discuss it further. But we'll start today with some gaming news. They announced Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and we got a little look at what the game is going to look like, who the legendaries are going to be for each game. And I think it's a really exciting game. I think it's going to be cool. We got to look at little Smoliv here and Lechonk, who is probably going to be one that I am looking forward to catching. The game releases November 18th of this year coming up, which is pretty normal for Pokemon games. It's usually the week before Thanksgiving. So that'll be nice to have a new Pokemon game here. And obviously with the way that I'm looking this up, you're going to see some different stuff. You got Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, who apparently, I thought this was a hat on top of his head. Apparently it's his hair. Weird. But I'm excited to see more about how these starters are going to evolve and, see more new Pokemon. We only got, I think, 3 with the legendaries, Smoliv and Lechonk. I think that's all we saw. No. There was the Pikachu ripoff little mouse right here. Very interesting, but it's definitely a Pikachu ripoff. It's got the patches on the face, and it's just a cute little mouse. Other news that we had this week, and I'm sure everybody knows, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard has finally been decided. This could be considered speculation, of course. But the truth won out. Johnny Depp won the court case over Amber Heard, and I think it was the right choice by the jury to go in that direction. I think they made the right choice. Obviously, Amber Heard does not feel that way. She feels that what she gave was the truth, and that she had a mountain of evidence to support it. I don't think that's the case. I think, based off the evidence that we saw in the trial, it very clearly showed that, it was a very toxic relationship, I think, from both sides. I think, and I'm sure I might get hate for this, yes, Johnny was bad, too. Like, they were both awful to each other, and I think they could have done more, but I think he definitely received more abuse from her on the physical side than she claims to have gotten, and that's my opinion. Don't at me. And I think it was just a really toxic relationship between two people that probably weren't meant to. It wasn't meant to get as far as it did. But, as those relationships start, like with any relationship in the beginning, it's always going to be roses. And that's all you're going to see is roses. And sadly, it went further than it should have. I think it was probably bad from the beginning, but he didn't see it because he just felt happy. And obviously, they got married and things just went out of control. But there's Johnny Cat. Amber now owes him $10 million because she wound up winning 2. And say hello to Johnny Cat. Johnny Cat. So you can tell I am recording this live because Johnny Cat is looking at the wall. Oh, there he is. Now he's looking over here. And he's going to get down. I think things weren't good between the two of them. But I think in the end, the truth won out. Even though she feels that there was more on her end, I just don't see it based off of what we saw there. And I feel like if there was something that was very concrete and showed that he did do what he is alleged to have done by her, there's no way that it wouldn't have made it in. Like, no matter what, if it was real evidence, it would have been in there, and we would have saw it, and it would have changed our minds. But that's not what happened. And I think this was the biggest story from last week. Obviously, in perspective, it was the biggest story that was covered. And you could see some articles that have come out from her team. Elaine wound up doing a few interviews afterwards, and in my opinion, she took the gaslighter's tactic of oh, that's not the right screen. She went, and when questions were asked of her, she didn't really give that specific pinpoint of an answer, but she reiterated, we had mountains of evidence, and I just don't think that was the case. I think if they did, they would have been shown, and we just didn't get that. Let me see. I'm trying to find Amber's statement so that we can take a look at that as well. I think it's helpful to look at some different things. Here was her statement, and obviously she's allowed to post how she feels, and I hope that in the end both her and Johnny get on the right path. Obviously they were both not great for each other, and hopefully she finds her happiness in the future. Hopefully he finds his happiness, which appears to be playing music, because that's what he did most of this last week, was playing over in the UK. But her statement reads as follows: "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence," and that's where I just don't agree with her. I don't think she had a mountain of evidence. I think she's trying to paint that what she had was a mountain of evidence. Well, that's just not what happened, and it's just not accurate, unfortunately. In my opinion, I don't want to get myself into a Virginia court. But that's just my opinion. I don't think she had a mountain of evidence, but she seems to feel that she had. And then this just seems to, throw Johnny under the bus again. Didn't she learn anything from this trial? You want to say he has sway, but I don't see it. I mean, yeah, he's Johnny Depp, but they're both celebrities. They both have sway over people. Not over me, because my take isn't based off the sway of somebody. My take was based off of what I saw from watching that trial. I feel that the truth won out over her mountain of evidence. This part, I get her statement, but I don't think this is accurate either. I think this paints a picture that only women are the ones that can be harmed in this way. And I don't think that's true. I think this can harm any sex. or gender. It's not just women. It's men. It's everybody can be harmed in this way, and it's not right that she's spinning it to it was only women. And I don't think anybody has lost in this. I think you should still feel like you can speak up about things, and you should still feel like you have the power to speak your truth. And I hope that everybody understands that you have the power to speak your truth. Just because this is what happened here, don't feel like you cannot speak your truth, because it's not true. And, you know, I think this just shows that we need to go from a you're guilty just based off an accusation to maybe we should learn more about something before we determine if that person is guilty, which is what it should have always been. But I get times cause that to be not the case, and it's understandable as to why that was not the case, but I always think that we should get the full story, because there's always two sides to a story. And if we just go based off one, the other person's always guilty, and it's not the way it should be, in my opinion. Let me see what else we had this week. President Biden had a flyover near his beach house, so they had to evacuate for a little bit, but it turned out to be just wrong directions. Obviously, Fortnite has a new season coming out, and it's the Vibin season. Excited to see that. Darth Vader is level 100 skin in the Battle Pass. You're also going to get Indiana Jones. It's going to be really exciting to see where this season goes. There we go. We'll see if we can look at it. The new map. This is not accurate. That's from season 2 or chapter. Yeah, season 2, chapter 3. I don't see anything that's fully accurate. They tried. So I would love to show it to you. I do have another video up that shows me dropping into Fortnite for the first time in season 3. So if you want to check that out, you can. You get a good shot of the tree and me dying like always. But that's just my little take on this week. And of course, there is more that happened. And if this is something that you guys enjoyed, I've tried to keep it short and sweet, but we could always expand it. We could bring in guests, anybody that wants to talk. I could do a little thing at the end where I go over some comments from last week about things that wanted to be discussed. Let me know if this is something you guys enjoy. I feel like it's a different take, and it just gives a little perspective into how I view things. And that may not be the same as you. And that is where I really want to go with this episode is we as humans will view things differently. And that's okay. It's okay for us to all see things differently. That's what we're supposed to do. But don't let your view make it so that you don't see somebody else's view. Sometimes we have to sit back and try to view things through the other person's eyes. And I know it's not easy, and it's difficult to do. But sometimes you have to just try to see what that person sees. And it may help your perspective in the future. You know, when bad things happen, we always look at how it affects us. But sometimes you have to think, well, what led to that person doing what they did? And that's just my take. Hopefully that helps somebody. You know, and I hope that everybody watching is in a good state of mind mentally. If you're not, it's okay to ask for help. You know, I've always tried to be somebody that even when I'm streaming, if somebody has something they want to talk about, to get off their chest in a stream, come in and do it. I'm happy to talk to people and share my perspective on the world and share my outlook on things, because I know not everybody views the same. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you this is what you need to do. This is the path you need to go on. No. My view is just, I'm here to listen, give a take if you want it, or just listen. So thank you guys for tuning in to this last week today. I think that's what I'm going to name it. I have no idea. I appreciate you. I know this is a quick video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, it is me, Cody, aka your boy Codemanblue, and I will see you guys next time.